And here we are in the final verdict, where I'll be talking about the strengths and weaknesses I believe the Mig-3-34 has. So let's get into the strengths. In turns, the energy retention for this plane is amazing. If you saw in the realistic battles at low altitude and even at high altitude, retaining speed is very easy to do, and therefore retaining energy is very easy to do. You don't really lose much in a turn. 2 Shevak cannons with a good fire rate means that it can only take a few seconds to tear apart an enemy plane. As you saw with that Kitty Hawk, it took maybe about 10, something like that, shots to absolutely rip it apart. With having only nose-mounted guns, you don't have to worry about convergence. A lot of British and German and American players out there will kind of, like convergence is a big thing for those planes, but with the Russians you don't really have to worry about that. The engines take a very long time to overheat, so you can basically whip it all the way during a fight. This can give you a key advantage if you just need that extra bit of speed, that extra bit of energy to get behind your opponent, or even to, cut your engine and have an engine which is still not overheated, and basically it won't, break easier, basically. At low altitudes, you have at least some advantages against anything you will face. If you're against an energy fighter at low altitudes, you'll be able to outturn them. If you come up against a turn fighter, you have combat flaps, or if you're not comfortable with that, you can basically make them overshoot, or you can try and get away. This plane is very versatile in that fact. And the weaknesses. Limited ammunition can leave you stranded in the middle of a tough battle. There have been a lot of times where I've been turn fighting and basically getting really close to somebody, scissoring and basically barrel rolling and getting them just in front of my guns, only to click the mouse and realise I've run out of ammo because I've wasted it. 200 shots is not a lot. At high altitudes, you are at a strong disadvantage to a lot of planes you will face. High altitudes in this thing is suicide. It is absolutely ridiculous. The only time you should go to high altitudes is to drag people down to low altitudes so you can fight them on a level playing field. The elevator decides to stop working at low speeds and high speeds. If you saw me taking off earlier, you'll see the thing does a goddamn kangaroo jump, and sometimes when you turn at low speeds, you still do that whole kangaroo thing, and it really annoys me. At high speeds, it just locks up, and sometimes pulling up is impossible out of a dive. Defensive flying is a big part of mastering this aircraft, so if you like to be in full control of a fight, this may not be the plane for you. I know a lot of pilots out there who like to take the initiative, who like to instigate a fight, but with this plane you have to defensively fly because you have to bring people to low altitudes and fight on your terms, and I know that's not that appealing to certain pilots. This plane is not great at anything really, and if an enemy knows not to engage you at low altitudes where you are strongest, you will have some issues. You have to really play on the enemy's patience with this plane. Basically, get them to engage you in a turn fight and be able to drag them down. But if they don't want to do that, if they're not willing to do that, there isn't much you can do, so that can be annoying. You can be left helpless, in a way. So, overall, try this plane out. It's a nice change compared to a lot of planes where basically you have to fight very, very offensively and take the attack. Whereas in this plane, you can play on the defensive and even learn some combat maneuvers to help you out at higher levels. But anyway, thank you for watching, and have a great day.